Once upon a time, far, far away from here, at the very edge of a blue sea, there lived an old fisherman and his wife. They lived in a little hut made of mud for 33 years. And every day, the old man would go out to the ocean to fish, while his wife stayed home, making yarn on his spinning wheel. One day, the fisherman cast his net, and the net came back with a little fish. Not just a fish, but a golden fish. And the fish begged the fisherman in a human voice, "Please, let me go free in the ocean. In return, I'll grant you whatever you want." The fisherman was frightened and amazed. He had fished for 33 years, and he had never seen a talking fish before. He said to her very gently, "Here, go free wherever you want. I don't need any ransom from you." And he hurried back to his wife to share the wonder. "You will not believe what happened today. I caught a fish." Not just a fish, but a golden fish. And she could speak in our language. Yeah. She promised me to do anything for me, but I didn't dare ask anything. I just let her go. The wife got very upset. "You fool! Couldn't you ask for at least something? Were you washed up? Ours is cracked right down the middle." So off he went to the ocean and called for the fish. She came at once. "What is it, old man? What do you want?" "Forgive me, O fish, but my wife wants a new washed up." "Don't worry, go back. She shall have what she wants." So he went back and he saw, yes, she had a new washed up, but she was cursing even more fiercely than before. "You fool, look at you. All you got is a new washed up. There is no wealth in the washed up. Go back. Talk to the fish and tell her that we need a new, beautiful wooden house." Off he went to the ocean, and he saw that the ocean was a bit rough. He called for the fish, and the fish came. "What is it, old man? What do you want?" "Forgive me, O fish, but my wife gives me no peace. She wants a new house." "Don't worry, go back. She will have what she wants." So he went back, and instead of the hut, he saw a very beautiful wooden house with a nice brick chimney and very strong oak gates. Next to the window, his wife was sitting, swearing at him for all she was worth. "Look at him, people. He got a house." That's not enough. "I want to be a mighty queen." "What is it with you, woman? Are you crazy? You don't know how to talk like a queen. You don't know how to walk like a queen. Everybody will be laughing at you." But she wouldn't listen. She wouldn't stop complaining. So off he went to the ocean, and he saw that the blue sea was now darker than black. He called for the fish, and the fish came. "What is it, old man? What do you want?" "Please forgive me, O mighty fish, but my wife still gives me no peace. She wants to be a queen." "Don't worry, go back. Your wife shall be a queen." So he went back. There was a splendid palace. Inside was his wife. She was a mighty queen. Around her were noble people, all pouring her wines all over the seas. All over the palace there were fierce-looking guards with axes on their shoulders. Honestly, when the fisherman saw it, he was very happy. He said, "Oh, you lady Countess Baroness, now you're happy at last?" But she didn't talk to him. She didn't look at him even. She sent him away of her side. Work at stables. A week passed, and another week. And the queen was growing madder and madder every day. So finally she sent her servant to fetch her husband. Go back to the ocean, bow low to the fish, and tell her that I no longer want to be a mighty queen. I want to be a sea empress. I want to live in the ocean with the golden fish as my faithful servant, bringing me whatever I ask for. He didn't dare say a word. Off he went to the ocean shore. There was a black storm there. He called for the fish, and the fish appeared. What is it, what do you want? Please have mercy on me, almighty fish. What should I do with this wretched woman? She wants to be a sea empress. She wants to live in the ocean with you as her faithful servant, bringing her whatever she wants. The fish didn't say a word. She just flapped her tail on the water and disappeared. The fisherman waited and waited, but that was the only answer he got. So he went back to his old hut made of mud. In front of it, he found his wife. She was sitting there, looking at an old wash tub, cracked, right down the middle. Mr. Toastmaster.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially Tatiana. This was so much fun to be able to have the same folk tale with two different versions, and I really appreciated both speeches. I have the pleasure of being Tatiana's mentor too, at least for the last few speeches that she's done. And so we've worked behind the scenes, and I have to say that Tatiana, you told a great story. And as Arnie said, her objective was to tell a folk tale and to really use vivid imagery and become familiar with the scenes and characters so that she could give us a great tale. And in working with you, when we were working together, you had the story and you read it from the page. And then over time, with practice, you had total command of the story. And that is what we do as Toastmasters when we give our speeches. We practice till we can nail it and have a command to just make it seem natural. And that was one of the things you wanted to know. Were you natural? And yes, you are such a natural storyteller, Tatiana. I do have a few suggestions. I think, like Arnie said, you could have been more effective with making the characters more vivid and animated. And like whenever it was the wife, it's you fool. You know, she just starts with you fool all the time. The husband, you know, meek and yes dear, yes dear. So that each time, and you did start that way, but you didn't carry it throughout. So just making it that each time it was the different character, you did that. I wanted to hear more about this play on the ocean changing. I heard it from both stories, but it seems like that could have been more vivid too. And then the last thing, it seemed to me that there was great camaraderie between the fisherman and the fish. And there is a tale that I'm sure we're all familiar with, The Old Man and the Sea. So maybe the title could be a little shorter, and it could be The Old Man and the Fish, to be more catchy. Great job, Tatiana. I can't wait to hear your next speech.